This live stream is to support and fight epilepsy. Since there's actually no active epilepsy live streams on YouTube, which is a shame, really. It's a huge bummer. Especially on Twitch. Again, same thing. So apparently I am supporting epilepsy because it's a good thing, and I actually have decided to actually do a charity at one point, but not yet. So apparently I am thinking it, but I have to sign up to do that. So apparently what I would get is free stuff. Like probably like shirts or something, and then probably like do like buckets and such. But again, apparently that would probably come later. But still, I'm fighting for epilepsy. So apparently I actually do have one of the buckets actually does have like epilepsy stuff in it. Can't remember which one. It's not that one. Apparently it's this one. Yeah. So oops. Yeah. So this bucket here that has my epilepsy stuff in it. Now apparently I have to take 5 morning and night and such. So apparently I have to take a bunch of medication. So this is basically what I take day and night. So I always take around 5 of these, like 5 pills a night and morning. So apparently that's what I have to take. And the funny thing is, I always actually fill my my bucket down there up, so then it has all the pills inside it. So epilepsy is a bummer. It is. Because it isolates you. It ruins most of your life. Now, thing is, I caught epilepsy as a teenager. When I got it. So I've been stuck with it. Which is not a good thing because a few people only fight for epilepsy. It is a shame because you don't see charity around, like in public, supporting epilepsy. Usually you only see it around cancer. But when you look at it, epilepsy is by far worse. Reasons because it's to do with the brain, and you get seizures usually often. So that actually does happen. Epilepsy is not nice. It's not. You get it. Different types of epilepsy. You get ones that aren't as bad as others. You get ones that cause seizures among others. So apparently, the type of seizures you get is, apparently the names are a bit awkward, but I'm going to explain what types. You get ones with flushing, you get flashing light epilepsy, where you can't look at anything with flashing lights. So there's that. Which is not really great at all. So, and then you get like, so apparently then you get like one where you get like, seizures, with no warnings and warnings, sometimes. It may differ, meaning, you pee yourself, when you get it. Every time when you have that seizure, and you usually hurt yourself when it happens. That's the type of epilepsy I get. I get shakes. So apparently with epilepsy, you usually get that like that. So Apparently, that's the type I get when I actually shake. Now, every time I get epilepsy, I always shake. Always. Um, After I've had a warning or no warning, I still shake. Yeah, so I used to get them when I was, well, when my fits weren't controlled that well. But it basically means epilepsy isn't fully controlled yet. They are trying to find something. Now, funny thing is, epilepsy has had issues in the past. The doctors and stuff haven't worked on it that well. They haven't focused on like the brain too much. They keep basically making excuses, just saying, "Oh, apparently we're still looking into it." Now, funny thing is, they had years to look into it, years and years and years. So in 2021, um, apparently a charity group said that apparently they were talking about it and such, and could have actually made a cure by then, but they did not. And apparently they even showed footage of the doctor, and the doctor basically said that they're still looking on research into it. That is actually bullshit, because it's taken them that long to find it, but they can cure cancer? Seriously? I know the one cancer they can't cure is brain cancer. I mean, it's not that hard to find a cure for epilepsy. You just have to find something, you know what I mean? You just have to take blood of different people, because different people have, like, different types of epilepsy. So I think the easiest, because usually, some epilepsies are different than others. It usually leads to, some actually, some epilepsies are actually DNA ones, meaning DNA epilepsy is the one that's more serious usually than others. They pass on to other family members, and those family members get it. It basically means anyone that has a child, that child gets it, and yeah, so, or it may miss, like the parent or something, and it would pass on to like the grandchild. You get what I mean. So apparently it's like, say for example, it basically passes that parent, and then it passes like onto yourself, for example. So apparently that's how it works. Sometimes apparently that's how it worked with my dad's family, because his apparently my dad's aunt, my dad's sister actually has epilepsy. So it's sometime down the line of the family members, someone must have had it. So that's what I can think of. Like, it's genetic. So the one I think they'd have to look into that one to find a cure, meaning something that could stop that genetic virus. It is a disease. Um, it's a horrible, horrible disease that spreads. Um, it doesn't actually spread to somebody that's, not part of that family or something. Apparently it does depend on, like, if two people make love or something, it doesn't count because it doesn't pass on to the other person. Unless they had a child, and then that would pass on to the child, because that child gets it genetically. So apparently the only way said child could actually get epilepsy is, well, it's not that common mostly, because if it's not genetic, then it could appear on its own, or it could not, or that child could get diabetes instead, something like that. Now, diabetes and epilepsy are so similar that nobody develops a cure. Nobody actually, makes 100% medication stuff that completely stops epilepsy from like having seizures because it's horrible having to take pills every day. It is. So apparently, I think what would have been better is an injection or something. Like you take an injection or something at the with the doctors or something, like every single month or something, and you would be totally fine. Or every 2 months or something. Something like that. Um, to control your seizure a bit more. Really, seizures should be 100%. So apparently with epilepsy, you can do diving, unless you've gone about 5 years. With driving, you have to go around 2 years before you can actually drive. So that means you can only drive after 2 years. So there's that. Um, it is horrible because that means you can't go out and about elsewhere. You can't go out on your own. You can't do stuff on your own. You can't, do stuff that you want to do because it's horrible. You actually do feel more isolated as time goes on. You do have all these issues and such. You do feel totally alone. You can't really mix with anyone that well because, you feel, well, isolated. You feel down. You feel down most of the time, which is another reason why, because you can't do the stuff you mostly want to do. You get migraines often, which is a sign, again, that you do actually have this illness, because that's a sign of it, which is not great. It's horrible. Um, so, um, so it's not really nice, apparently, because of all the stuff you have to really take, and such, and the consideration you have to use, which, again, so apparently if you're epileptic, you have to have a lanyard, apparently, that basically would have epilepsy on it. You do actually have to have medication, like, like tags, like tags like this. You'd have tags like this that carry, like, stuff in it, like your ID, your medical stuff, and whatever. So apparently, that would basically mean that if anyone saw it, then they'd know, you've actually got epilepsy. So apparently, I always use a wristband as well because that helps in case I actually do have a seizure. Um, Now, sometimes I actually do forget, that, forget my lanyard to take out. I usually sometimes forget. Um, and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot it. Whoops. Yeah, so, I actually do think that I think I might get a shirt, and I think, I think I might get a shirt and just, like, put epilepsy on it or something, to show that I'm wearing an epileptic shirt. So I might have one made or whatever, like, have a pin, like the writing, and put a picture or something, of, like, a symbol of somebody actually having epilepsy, something like that. And then probably wear it for, like, the streaming things, so then it'll look better. Um, yeah, so if anyone actually does epilepsy, don't forget to shout out that you do, because, um, I mean, it is common in children. Um, apparently, you mostly get it as a child, or, or older person. You usually get it around that age, because I actually didn't get mine as a child, which was unlucky. I got mine as a teenager, um, instead. It sucks. It does. It really, really sucks. Um, because once you've got it, mostly, like, you get it or something, you get it for life. Which nobody can, nobody basically looks into it. Like, you pester everyone that you see about the whole epileptic thing, and you're like, I can't go down like this forever. Now, apparently, I do think that. I actually mostly think that. To myself, I start thinking, okay, my family's way too protective. And secondly, I do hate my illness. I just can't do what I want to do. Now, apparently, I always wished I could go into acting. Acting would be great for me. I reckon voice acting, because I can do voice acting. I can. I actually can act like cartoon characters, like certain ones, but that would never come true. I actually have tried other goals, but they don't work, because all of it reflects around my epilepsy. So I I can't do certain things, meaning I can do the horse thing, because again, people always have to watch me. And when I was at the Unicorn Center, I felt like everyone was always constantly watching me and telling me to do this or whatever, instead, so I felt let down. So there was that, which is a shame, because that felt me down in the dumps. So, in ways, I can't even do stuff on my own. Because when you have epilepsy, you're actually treated like a child. Um, you don't really. It's like people are too protective over you. People are like, no. And I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, because it is annoying to get talked down like, like you're a child, and you don't really feel like a child. You feel like you're older. And it sucks, because, they're, I mean, basically they are there for you, but you do, apparently you do wish that you were, that you didn't have the illness and such. So, now I actually also do think that, there's multiple stuff that I could have done if I didn't have epilepsy. I would have done all sorts, like I think I probably, if I couldn't get into acting, I probably would have done something else. You know, um, I could have done something like, working at a game shop, maybe. Since since it would be a good job for me, I think, be able to do stuff, and talk to people, as, friendly people and such, which be a nice thing. But again, I can't do that because my illness. I hate it. And yeah. So I'm hoping the scientists make a sure. I'm sick of it. Because I have to take the medication for the rest of my life. Nobody ever talks about it. Nobody. Nobody ever actually does. It is a bummer. I always question it. Always. Most of the time, I always put the blame onto my aunt. Because she's got epilepsy, and I always blame her for it. But deep down, it's someone above my dad, like someone in like the family or something, like higher up, or like it was like a grandparent or something like that could have passed it on. I think that's the mostly explanation. I think like someone higher up than my dad. I don't think it was his parents. I think it was someone above them or something that actually had epilepsy but tried to lie or something about having it. I think. That's what I think. So, mm, so yeah, it's not a good illness. It's bad. It's a very bad illness. I will actually do charity, but I have to do it with my family again because I've got the epilepsy. So I would have to do it with my family. So that means everyone would have to wear charity stuff and actually support charity. For anyone that actually has epilepsy, which should help get rid of the problems, I reckon. I hope. The more people that do support it, the better. So yeah, is that if YouTube actually allowed music on on YouTube, I would have like done karaoke. I would have done karaoke of something that links to having an illness and powerless to actually stop it. So there's actually a number of songs that would have worked. There's one by Avril Lavigne, which is one of her songs where she actually did have an illness, which is a good one. And then there's like other songs that actually link to feeling depressed and stuff like that. Like Evanston's Going Under, which is a good song because that song would have also worked. If YouTube allowed it, it would have been it would have been a good song to bring in an audience, because then it's showing how much you want to, how much great it would show on singing and stuff to show the support of epilepsy. So it apparently is to show support. So I mean, there's that. So yeah, again, if you basically get the no warnings or the warning type of epilepsy, where sometimes you have no warning, and you just pass out and whatever and start shaking like that. That's basically part of the same epilepsy, however, but sometimes I usually get the no warnings, and I sometimes mostly get them in my sleep. So I don't get them as often anymore. And apparently, the other type of seizure I get along with it is the shaking while you're awake. Apparently, I rarely get them ones where you're awake and you start shaking all of a sudden, and you can't really talk that much. Now, apparently, I actually do have memory when I actually have those type of seizures. First time I had a seizure for the first time was years back as a teenager. I remember it perfectly well. Now, I did start shaking. I couldn't talk or anything, which was a sign of epilepsy. That back then I didn't know. Yeah, I remember it perfectly well. I was shaking. I didn't know why. I was terrified and scared because I had never gone through that before. And I passed out, and I remember waking up in the hospital van, wondering what happened. And the thing is, I did pee myself when it happened, which actually happened with my epilepsy, meaning I got the epilepsy, and they actually asked me questions. I actually told them on what happens, meaning I had experience on what happens. I remember I actually said I was shaking, and whatever, and I just blacked out. So that's what I had to tell the doctors about it. And apparently they had, and I had to tell them everything, and I even basically said I also get the, and apparently years later I actually said I also get the ones where I get no warning as well, which is the one where you basically just, all of a sudden you just basically do your own thing and you black out. I mean, the worst point for me when I did it was, when I blacked out was, well, when I was like walking down the town or something with like shopping bags, and my family were right in front of me, and all of a sudden I get the seizure, meaning I black out from that seizure. I don't shake or whatever, I just black out. And I wake up in a shop. Yeah, inside a shop. And I have no idea what happens. And then they tell me like, oh, you had a seizure. Now, funny thing is, I had this seizure outside someone's shop. So apparently that happened to me. It is horrible when you get like those seizures when you get no warning and you're enjoying yourself and whatever, and all of a sudden you get that seizure and you're like, ah, crap. Yeah. So that's what happens. And another thing that happens to me when I get the seizure is I usually am very sleepy. I sleep for like ages, probably hours. Now, I actually do sleep for hours with a seizure. So when I've had it, once I've had like the shaking stopped and whatever, I snooze for a long time because I feel tired, like really, really tired. And I just don't wake up until hours later after I had that long snooze. And as for my sister, on the other hand, she has a different sort of epilepsy than me. Hers is a bit more different than mine. She basically has a type where it's well, apparently when she has the seizure or something, she's fine afterwards. Like, she doesn't have the big massive snooze like I do. meaning she's able to do a lot more, but she still actually has the shakes like I do. She does have the shakes, and such like I do. She mostly gets her seizures when she's asleep. She never gets them when she's awake. So that means she doesn't really get the no warning seizures. She doesn't get the warning seizures. So she only gets them when she's while she's asleep. So apparently hers is a bit different than mine, like I said. So there's that. So hers is like a different epilepsy again, like what I've said. So apparently I don't know the name of mine, my epilepsy, but it is on a form or something. I have no idea what mine's called. I have no idea what my sister's is called. I know it's something completely different, but well, again, I'm not really too sure on what mine is or my sister's, which I'd have to look into. I think basically it is on like a farm somewhere, but I don't know where. So I think the only one I think that would be able to look into what my epilepsy actually is the doctor. So the doctor would be the only one to know, to tell me what type my epilepsy is. So then I could look it up on online and YouTube to basically see what type it is. So then I would be able to, say in another video on what it's called and what my sister's is called. So then so then somebody would be able to treat it in the future. Because again, we have both different epilepsies. So I mean, yeah, I can suck. So again, this is a support. This is a support epilepsy live stream. So I would feel appreciate if you actually could pop in and say hi. Because this does to help support that. It helps. So I will actually apparently on GTA 5 I did find I did actually basically follow YouTube on finding all of these spaceship parts except for the bridge one, because I know where the bridge one is, but I hate it. So I think someone better than me would have to do that one. Like someone that actually can do that bridge one, and then I won't have to focus on that one ever again. Which I'll be proud of because I won't have to use it. There's actually a reason why I'm playing Pokemon Arceus right now, because I have to go out and a certain time today, because I'm going to the town and such. So yeah. So there's that. So today is actually the 30th of May. Today's actually the 30th of May. So tomorrow would be the last day of May, and then it would be June. So yeah, so apparently there's not much going on next month. And such. Mhm. Okay, not much of that. Yeah, so there's not much happening next month. No, apparently I do have to, apparently I do have to catch certain Pokemon to the my Pokemon home. I actually forget what they are now. um, I've actually forgot. Um, um, Apparently, some of the Pokemon I have on here, I did transfer them over, for a reason. So apparently the ones that have a similar username, apparently it wouldn't say Nemesis Stars though, because well, again, it's from, like, something else. Now, apparently I got that AV from, like, Pokemon, Pokemon Go, apparently. I got that one from Pokemon Go, that Eevee. So, apparently I'm not evolving that one. Now, apparently that Jolteon I did actually get myself. I actually caught it somewhere. So I actually did catch it on Pokemon Go. That one. So, yeah. So apparently, funny thing is, I did get a shiny Eevee by that, and I actually did evolve it. So that Flareon is, like, one of those that you can't really trade because it's one of those. Nope. Again, nope. Now, apparently, that Driplim is one of mine. Because I caught it on, again, Pokemon Go. So apparently that's what I got. That one is, apparently I'd have to replace Cider. Now that one actually I already called that myself on this game, so it doesn't count. Now Chansey I did catch on Pokemon Go, the shiny one. Apparently, you do get a lot of shiny Pokemon on Pokemon Go. It sometimes happens, like, when you're hunting a lot. It usually happens. Because you usually get lucky when it does happen. It is a shame that you don't have, that you basically can't ask for shiny Pokemon on Pokemon Go, or something, like you can't do it for home either. Can't really ask for those. Apparently it does cost you if you want to trade a Pokemon on Pokemon Go, which is ridiculous. It's very, very ridiculous, and it really isn't really worth it, and such. It is horrible. It's like very, very horrible. Now I do need to move these two because I am supposed to basically get another Magnemite and Magneton, so move them over. Right, move them over. So apparently that's where the Magna and Magnemar have to go, so so all I have to do is leave the thing, go straight into so apparently I have to go straight into Pokemon Home. And then transfer Magnemite. Because Magnemite does need to go into here. Right, okay, Arceus. Right, Magnemite should be... Nope, there he is. But he is in a different region, which I don't care. To be honest, I actually don't care. What region he is. I mean, he is level 1, but again, I don't really care. So next I just need to have Magneton there, and then that should be in the area. Now, apparently you can't really transfer certain Pokemon over, which is a huge bummer, to be honest. It really, really is. I mean, it is a shame, really. Like a huge shame. Let's see, Manaphy, Shaman. Okay, yeah, yeah. Save and changes. So I do need to do tasks like catch certain Pokemon, and then transfer them over. So most of them are like hidden. So basically, you do get something for like doing all of it. I'm basically thinking it's a Pokemon that you get when you do it. Which is great, to be honest. So apparently that's why your connection is to Pokemon Go, so... By the way, if anyone hasn't watched Pokemon TV, it's there in case you want to stay up with your latest Pokemon stuff. Like your Pokemon episodes, it's right there. Do actually have to do more with Pokemon Quest and such because for one, I need to level up my Pokemon because I need to beat the dungeons and such. Now, apparently, you do the same repetitive thing on this. You do go through it. You do actually fight other Pokemon. So this game actually is a good game. Apparently, you do actually have to go into a dungeon. So we got a free dodo. Let's see, quests, challenge. Got 5 of those. That's good. Right, can I activate any of these? 51 actually is better, but I'm low at the moment. Right, where's the 3-headed bird? Okay, Dudrio is there. Right, training. I actually train a lot of them up so that I can, like, do stuff. Okay, Chameleon doesn't really go up that much. Him, not much, just 1 level. Dudrio. Okay, how much does Fratini go up? Just 1. That's rubbish. Don't think Chansey goes up that much. What Staryu? Nope, 1 level. Oh, that's trash. 1. Slowpoke. Only 1 level. Well, that's crap. What about Shelter? Nope. Gengar. Nah. Nope. Let's see. Let's see. Who needs a boost? Don't really need. Apparently, Psycho doesn't evolve in this game, so he's left out for now. I'd have to boost Ratini. Right, expeditions. Right, Whirlwind. Ooh, I've been hit with supersonic. Dang it. I can't use it. Crap. Okay, hit with supersonic. Ooh, eyeball. Ah, it's not confused yet. Dang it. Come on, eyeball. Get confused, please. Thank you. Gotcha. Okay, Golbat is now 41. I need to make sure that's strong. Um, hmm. Confused. Okay, come on, Golbat. Please poison, please. Thank you. Oh, Pidgeot's being poisoned. Not even close enough. Well, he's dead. Right. Let's see. Right, what is Golbat? No, they're trash. Okay, I can only do, one of those. Okay, that's Expedition. I need more ingredients. Well, that's one confused. Right, okay, apparently this is similar to Mystery Dungeon, but it's in cubes. Well, that's him defeated. Alright, can I cook anything now? Right, okay, start cooking. Okay, so I got water Pokemon showing up. Actually, no, I got an Ekans. 58 Ekans. Wow. Right, where's that block? I mean, I could train Arbok up. Or I could train someone else up. $30, that doesn't do much. That only goes up to 28. That only goes up to 32. I mean, I could put Charmeleon up, I think. second thought, maybe I should put eyeball cap to 42. At least then, book is actually 10 times stronger. Hmm. um, 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 Oh, right. Whoops. uh, so apparently I'm going to have a word about something, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
20 pounds.
20. There's a 20. Yeah.